The following film is the video portion of an E6-4 lesson. E6-4 is the computerized curriculum designed for homeschools, Christian schools, family worship, Sunday schools, and church Bible study groups. The software contains many features, including family worship, music, competition builder, computer-supervised lesson plans, and more.
Today we will look at something called past tense. Past tense means that something has already happened. There are many short action words that end in an E. For example, save, wave, rake, bake. Each of these words are verbs or action words. Let's use these words in a sentence that talk about action that is going to take place right now, and then we will add a D to the word and use it in a sentence that talks about action that has already happened. Save a seat for me. Save a seat for me. She saved a seat for me. She saved a seat for me. Wave at the man on the ship. Wave at the man on the ship. He waved at the man on the ship. He waved at the man on the ship. Rake the yard. Rake the yard. He raked the yard. He raked the yard. Bake a cake for Dad. Bake a cake for Dad. She baked a cake for Dad. She baked a cake for Dad. Remember, these words all become past tense by adding a D. Save, saved. Wave, waved. Rake, raked. Bake, baked. Now let's look at a group of words that combine the OU diphthong and the consonant blend ND. S-O-U-N-D. Sound. Sound, sound, sound. F-O-U-N-D. Found. Found, found, found. R-O-U-N-D. Round. Round, round, round. Now let's look at a group of words that combine the two-vowel rule and the consonant blend ST. B-E-A-S-T. Beast, 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 beast. L-E-A-S-T. Least, 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 least. F-E-A-S-T. Feast, 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 feast. Now let's learn two words that combine the consonant blends BR and DR with the two-vowel rule. B-R-A-V-E, brave, 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 brave. D-R-O-V-E, drove, 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 drove. Now let's learn some more simple words. J-O-E, Joe, Joe, Joe. S-A-F-E, safe, safe, safe. W-I-L-D, wild, wild, wild. S-H-O-T, shot, shot, shot. F-R-O-M, from, from. M-E-N, men, men, men. B-A-C-K, back, back, back. G-L-A-D, glad, glad, glad. Now let's learn some new sight words. T-H-E-Y, they, they. A-L-L, all, all. H-A-V-E. This word looks like it should use the two-vowel rule, but it is an exception. This word reads have, have. Here is a word with 3 syllables. F-A-M-I-L-Y. Family, 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 family. Now let's read a simple story. Joe and his family will go to the park. Joe and his family will go to the park. Joe and his family will go to the park. In the past, brave men made the park safe. In the past, brave men made the park safe. In the past, brave men made the park safe. They drove out all the wild beasts from the park. They drove out all the wild beasts from the park. They drove out all the wild beasts from the park. Now, bad men have put a wild beast back in the park. Now, bad men have put a wild beast back in the park. Now, bad men have put a wild beast back in the park. The wild beast has found Joe's family. The wild beast has found Joe's family. The wild beast has found Joe's family. Will the wild beast eat Mom? Will the wild beast eat Mom? Will the wild beast eat Mom? Joe shot the wild beast. Joe shot the wild beast. Joe shot the wild beast. We are so glad Joe had a gun. We are so glad Joe had a gun. We are so glad Joe had a gun. He saved his family from harm. He saved his family from harm. He saved his family from harm. Now it's time to do the question sets. Repeat these sets until you can quickly answer the questions correctly, then take the final exam.
The film you have just watched is the video portion of an E6-4 lesson. E6-4 is the software curriculum that provides education with a strong biblical worldview.
And now, here's Bethany to show you how E6-4 helps my wife, Jacqueline, plan for some special times to focus on important tasks and still manage the children's education.
Hi, my name is Bethany, and this is my mother, Jacqueline. Tell us what you're doing today, Mom.
I'm working in the office today. I have about 4 hours worth of work to do to finish up our income taxes for the year and get them in the mail. And since the children are a great interruption to that process, making it virtually impossible to finish, Maddie is going to be supervising their schoolwork today for me, and they're all forbidden to come in the office.
So the children are on their own. What are they doing? Does today have to be a non-school day? Not at all, because we use E64. Let's start in the den and see what the children are doing. We have 3 laptop computers set up here in the den. Let's visit with Sutara first. Hi, Sutara. Why don't you tell us what you're working on today?
I'm working on E64 math.
Wow. So what other things can you do with E64?
English, history, science, and Bible studies.
That's neat. So how do you know what lesson you're supposed to be working on?
I don't have to know. I just log in with my name, and the program goes right to the lesson where I'm supposed to be. And if I stop in the middle of a lesson, when I sign back in, it remembers where I was.
That's great. Let's go take a look at what Madison and Gavito are doing. Hi, boys. What are y'all working on today?
Learning to read.
What are you reading about?
Noah the Ark. It's so cool. Look, here's all the animals coming out of the ark.
That is cool. Let's go see what Madara is working on. Hi, Madi. I see you're doing your E64 schoolwork. What are you studying?
Today I'm learning about how to care for babies and infants.
Aw, that sounds so exciting. What else will you do today?
Today is Mom's bill paying day, so in addition to my own schoolwork, it's my job to see that the children do their chores and their schoolwork. There are not enough computers for everybody, so while Joshua is doing his E64, I have Yedick working on his chores. After about an hour, I'll have them swap out. I do the same thing with Armand and Sitara.
How do you know what each child needs to be working on?
Mom has chore cards she makes for each one of the children, so I just have to read their card to know what chores they are supposed to do. And she has already made their lesson plan for E64, so I just follow the lesson plan for each child. The computer keeps track of their schoolwork. All I have to do is make sure they are working and not being idle.
How do you do that?
That's easy. Watch this. If I press F3, it comes up with a daily record showing everything I've done today, including the times. So from time to time, I just go around, look at the daily record for each of the children. I can see everything he or she has done or not done, as the case may be.
Thank you, Madi. Let's go see what's going on in the great room. Here we have Armand. What are you working on today, Armand?
Right now I'm working for Wally, building question sets for just the Bible. Wally makes the videos and I do the question sets.
That's interesting. What else will you be doing today?
I will have to do my E64 lessons.
What kind of lessons?
Math, English, history, science, and Bible studies.
Thank you so much, Armand. Now let's go see what Wally's doing. Hi, Wally. What are you working on?
I'm working on creating the video for the next lesson in Mom's Learning to Read lesson series.
Wow. Will you be doing anything else today?
Yes, I'm going to be working on my E64 lessons.
Thank you, Wally. And now, we see how Jacqueline can keep the children on track with their schoolwork and still have time to get her important paperwork done. The key is the lesson plan feature of E64. Because she has designed lesson plans for each of the children, E64 will provide the instruction with very little intervention needed by a teacher. A third feature is the family worship mode, which is ideal for family worship, school chapel services, family Sunday school classes, or church Bible study groups. Once you set up your lesson plan, this mode offers instruction and catechism, one lesson section at a time. Reminds you to do prayer, thanksgiving and praise, Bible memorization, and includes a complete music section with songs and hymns for worship. Each song can be played with or without the vocals. Another E64 feature is the competition mode, where you create a lesson plan and the program randomly selects question sets from the lessons to create a fun and exciting competition, which can be as small as the competition our family does every day in our daily family worship, to as large as the Southeast Bible competition we conducted with multiple rounds and prizes, including a new laptop computer and tickets to a major theme park. Another feature is Apples of Gold, a computerized parlor game for more advanced students, where two clue givers devise clues to help their teams come up with a phrase from the Bible. To schedule the Homeschool Advantage to come to your church or homeschool conference and teach your people how to use computer software to build strong biblical households, contact Captain Bret at 678-570-2195 or email terabenth@inbox.com.